This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
It's because everyone's talking about this.
Always live, always real, always unpredictable.
I think that's taking it to another level.
Yeah. Log on and join our live conversation.
Know that you can't control yourself? That is embarrassing. Okay.
DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Monday, March 18th. We are live and we're talking about what you're talking about right now. And right now I'm here with Erica and Brandon. I'm Jeff. Let's get to it, guys. Tonight we have new details on the college admissions cheating scandal we've been covering all last week. Actress Lori Loughlin from Full House and Felicity Huffman from Desperate Housewives have both been indicted. And now Felicity's co-star Nicolette Sheridan is speaking out about the allegations. Let's watch.
We don't know the facts, but we can be extremely disturbed by the entitlement, the power and money that can take away from less privileged. And that, to me, is disgraceful.
Felicity is facing charges for allegedly paying $15,000 so her daughter could get extra time on her SATs and have her answers corrected. And actress Lori Loughlin just can't seem to stay out of the spotlight. An old video of her and her daughter has resurfaced amid some brutal allegations against her that her and her husband, Massimo Giannulli, allegedly paid and cheated to get their kids into USC. Check out this new video.
If you would have said England is my city, I would say, why did I pay all this money for your education? We're going to leave it at that.
And now there's another new video of a girl who claims she went to high school with Lori's daughters, Olivia and Isabella. Let's take a look.
I saw a picture of Olivia Jade's sister, actually, on the wall with the seniors, and it was like, congratulations, I forget her name, Bella or something, for getting into USC. And I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. Like, USC is super hard to get into. So not only one sister, but both of them.
All right, I want to go back to Nicolette Sheridan for a little bit, if I might. What is she doing coming out? Like, she's not doing anything with her career right now. What is she doing coming out, going against Nicolette? Or the other one.
Felicity.
We only talk about it every hour of the day.
She was promoting something, though. Wasn't she promoting
Dynasty? Dynasty. We're all over the place today.
Happy Monday. Oh, maybe she does have something to. I don't know. She was the bad girl of the show is what I'm trying to get at. And now she's trying to say that she's not the bad girl anymore. She's the bad one. You know what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
I'm going to stop talking.
Trying to say, oh, it's disgraceful.
See, Nicolette, I have to say this because Nicolette seems to own that she isn't considered like the most frou-frou and like and nicest. But when you're portraying yourself to be something that you're not, she's probably sitting back being like, yeah, and y'all thought that I was the. Yeah. But it turns out that I'm not the.
That's what I'm kind of, but I feel like we're kind of rubbing her face in it a little bit.
To me, I was trying to think, like, who would I sell out on this cast and why?
Were you thinking that?
No. But you have to think about, no, seriously, you have to think about stuff like that. Because out of everybody, for her to be the very first person to really speak out for someone who you really know and you worked with on a regular basis, that says something about the dynamics of that relationship and probably the idea that Nicolette Sheridan was the villain and she seemed to really own that. And that seemed to be like, you know, what her forte was, and Felicity Huffman wasn't. So
I guess. Well, stick around. Tomorrow, Lori Loughlin's neighbor, when she was 22, is going to speak out about.
What about that girl? Harlow was just ready to spill all the tea. And her lighting, that girl's lighting was on to spill the tea on Lori Loughlin and her daughters. Yeah,
this is just the beginning. They're going to start pouring in, I feel like.
Yep. She got a whole YouTube channel about it.
All right, guys, reality star Mama June is back in the news today. Let's get over to Raquel Villanueva with news at the moment.
That's right, Jeff. Mama June of Honey Boo Boo fame was arrested on drug charges, and TMZ reports her family is worried she's heading down a rough path with her boyfriend Gino Doak. Last week, police say they found crack cocaine after the pair had a fight at an Alabama gas station. In that fight, he allegedly threatened to kill her. Her previous boyfriend, Mark McDaniel, served 10 years in prison for molesting her daughter, Anna. Mama June's family say her new boyfriend, Gino's past criminal record speaks for itself. And they are concerned for her youngest child, Honey Boo Boo, who is just 13 years old. Now, she hasn't stopped hanging out with Gino after the drug arrest. The couple were photographed gambling at a casino this weekend.
This makes me so nervous, and it's a great reason for why not everyone needs to have a come-up. Come-ups can be very dangerous for people because you just have more resources to be more of what you aren't or what you are, and when you are something that needs help, then basically it's a recipe for disaster.
And they definitely need some help, it looks like. All right, guys, moving on to Paris Jackson. She's denying multiple reports that she says she was hospitalized, that say that she was hospitalized over the weekend. TMZ broke the story that says the 20-year-old model and daughter of Michael Jackson was placed on a psychiatric hold after attempting suicide. Paris says that's just not true, tweeting, quote, "Blank you blanking liars," to TMZ. And Paris was later seen out and about smiling with her boyfriend, grabbing some KFC.
I mean, we need to watch this, you know, being media, what we put out there. Everyone wants to be first. No one wants to be right when it comes to breaking news or breaking stories. Now, if she did try to attempt to kill herself with, you know, suicide, then that's bad in itself.
Right.
This girl's already on the edge. You know, remember she admitted put herself into a clinic, and now you have this thing coming out with her father. She's on the edge. I think people need to watch out, like when it comes to trying to break stories, because you're affecting someone's life.
I think that we're looking at a 20-year-old girl who doesn't have the tools to deal with what she's being asked to deal with, and I know she doesn't have the tools because, let's face it, no one has the tools to deal with what she's dealing with. And ever since she got into the spotlight, which really only came after Michael's death, and it was at the funeral that she spoke up and took the mic from her Aunt Janet and said to the world, "This is who my father was and why I loved him, who I believed him to be." That girl couldn't have been any older than 9 or 10. So ever since she's been in the spotlight, it has been her job to save her father's legacy, and that's just too large of a cross for anyone to bear. So the idea that she should be doing this at all, she needs to get out one way or the other. She has to get out of this.
Especially having some mental challenges or difficulties, I should say, and then dealing with everything that's just come out with the allegations against Michael Jackson. It's tough for anybody. It's tough for anybody. All right, guys. Amy Schumer is opening up in her new Netflix comedy special, Growing. She says her husband, Chef Chris Fisher, was diagnosed with what used to be called Asperger's, also known as autism spectrum disorder. She says, quote, "I knew from the beginning that my husband's brain was a little different than me. Once he was diagnosed, it dawned on me how funny it was, because all the characteristics that make it clear that he's on the spectrum are all the reasons that I fell madly in love with him." Well, there you go. You love somebody for the person that they are.
Yeah. She says that, you know, he keeps it real, doesn't care about social norms, that sort of thing. He's a successful person with what he does with being the chef and everything like that. It just goes to show that's love. That's love. That's love. And she already knew when they...
And the spectrum's pretty, I mean, this is a tough one. This is tough because there's different symptoms for each different person. I mean, there's a list of many celebrities that go on and on. Dan Aykroyd, that I didn't know was one of them. Like, so the list goes on and on of people that you wouldn't think have this, but do.
Well, yeah, and you're talking about celebrities. A big part of what makes them great or exceptional are likely the things that most people would consider not to be, or to be kind of flaws. I mean, ultimately, a lot of people are married to people who are on the spectrum far before we had verbiage for what to call it. So it's not as though we're trying to say give Amy Schumer a cookie. Give Amy Schumer a cookie. It's just the idea that, like, you know, we're learning more about the spectrum, what it means, what those characteristics are, and she's just
it's not so scary anymore.
Right.
All right, guys, I love this next story. Survivalist Bear Grylls is out with a new Netflix show. It's like nothing else he's ever done before. Stephanie Jones has all the details, coming in hot.
That's right, Jeff. Bear's new show is called You vs. Wild. It's all part of Netflix's new interactive content push. So, as a viewer, you'll be able to decide what Bear does in the wild as it happens. Check this out.
My adventure is up to you. We've got 2 options of what to do here. Either step really tentatively or crawl like a seal. You're on this journey with me. You decide.
So guys, I want to know, will you be watching?
Oh, I definitely will be watching. I interviewed Bear last year on Daily Blast Live and asked him to run wild with him. He obviously hasn't got back to me yet, so I'll be watching on Netflix.
Just consistency is key. Just keep reaching out. make sure he remembers your name.
Isn't that called like harassment?
No, not to say, you know, I have something, you have a show. Let's,
I did pretty good on your interactive Netflix special. I think I'm ready for the challenge.
There you go. Aren't you loving this new interactive TV?
I love it, man.
Absolutely love it. It's a game changer.
DBL's Live will bring you breaking news as soon as it happens. I like when you started talking, they played you off. And coming up, get ready for some laughs. Comedian Al Jackson sounds off on the funniest viral videos from the week. And do you know what cures? Yeah, Monday, what cures a hangover? You might be surprised as we debunk popular hangover myths. That's next.
I just want to touch on this, as Brandon London would say, it be your own people. How about a homegirl who decided to do a YouTube video about her 2 former classmates and call them out on the carpet? Did you see the lighting? I mean, that girl came prepared to spill some tea. Andy Cohen might actually give her a job on Bravo. That's how prepared she was.
I mean, I hate the fact that people do that. Like, you try and come up on someone else's misfortune. Like, you know, the people from R. Kelly, oh, yeah, well, he was doing this. Oh, I knew he was doing that. Why didn't you speak up and say anything? Why is it taking you 20-something years for you to go on TV and now be talking about, you know, what happened, that sort of thing? The crabs always come out. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
Well, that girl is a YouTuber. She has a YouTube channel. That's kind of what she does.
Oh, she does?
Yeah, that's what she does.
So she
well, that's going to blow up a little bit.
She talks on YouTube, so why wouldn't she, right?
11 million views, too.
That blew up her
I
thing.
just thought that was hilarious.
Because I thought we were going to see some, like, her with a selfie stick
like,
or something.
oh.
That's like Red Table Talk lighting right there. That was some good lighting.
No one better than the privileged to report on the privilege. Let me tell you.
11 million's a lot of views.
That's a lot of
for
views.
Like, I mean,
just
who
to be
is she?
spilling tea on somebody. But everyone wants to. I think it's because everyone wants a different angle when it comes to
or a new angle.
A new angle when it comes to hearing about this story. Because I mean, we're tired of it. Honestly, I'm kind of tired of it.
I do understand from the standpoint because when Heather McDonald was here, she was talking about, you know, other kids have to be thinking, how is it possible? Because you kind of all know where you sit, like, in
for
terms
sure,
of, like,
growing up together, or going to school together.
So it's like all of a sudden, like, you know, you think that you're maybe more of this type of school, and then you end up like Ivy League.
Yeah, all of a sudden,
there's some questions.
You're in the Robbins class, and then the Blue Jays going off to major university. Welcome back to DBL Celebs. We're out and about all weekend long celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Khloe Kardashian shared this cute pic of her daughter, True, rocking some green sunglasses and shamrock hair clips. Little cutie right there. And the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge raised a glass of Guinness to toast the Irish soldiers at the annual parade in England. And Bravo's Andy Cohen shared this adorable photo with his newborn son, who clearly does not like St. Patrick's Day. That's a cute photo right there. And maybe you spent the weekend like a lot of other people did, not me, of course, drinking green beer and paying for it the next day, but have no fear. Here at Daily Blast Live, we're busting hangover myths, and we even have some tips to get you through your next one. So play along with us at home. Let's see if you guys can get any of these right. You ready?
I wish we'd have known this before I got to work.
I was going to say, and then we're going to guess which one homeboy over here did.
All right, believe it or not, some people swear by pickle juice as a hangover cure, so that got us wondering, can drinking pickle juice in the morning after too many drinks make your headache go away? True or false?
True. I I prefer just to eat the pickle, but it does the same thing.
I've tried this before, and I think it does work. And I've seen athletes that get dehydrated on the sidelines, like in football, they drink pickle juice.
And Pedialyte works wonders. So true. I think true.
All right, let's see. True. Medical experts are on board with this one. They say the salt in the pickle juice replenishes the electrolytes you lose while drinking, and that can make your headache disappear. There you go. Neat little trick out there. I like the way it tastes, too. Some people don't. All right, next up, does the hair of the dog or having a drink in the morning after a night out cure your hangover? True or false?
Makes me feel better. I'm going to go with true.
The hair of a dog?
The hair, you never heard that phrase?
No.
It's when you pick up where you left off the night before, so you can kind of even things out.
Yeah, that's true. This is good. It's good for you.
You call that mimosa.
Yeah. Bottomless mimosas.
That might just push it farther down the line. Let's see what it says. False, Brandon. While you may actually feel better at first, at the beginning of the bottom, once you get to the bottom, this does delay the inevitable, Brandon.
AKA passed out on your couch at 4 p.m. on a Saturday.
There you go. Okay. Exactly.
Wow.
Here's another one. Does a greasy meal cure your hangover? True or false?
Makes me feel better. True.
You don't really care if they're true or false.
I just go with what feels good right in the moment. That's how I roll.
All right.
No shame about it.
I'm with you on this one. I like a nice burrito.
I think it's false, but Five Guys. You gotta get Five Guys.
Is that your go-to?
I could go for some Five Guys.
I'm a taco guy. All right, false. Experts don't suggest loading up on bacon and sausage, but you should really go. What you should really go for are saltines, and the carbs help you raise your blood sugar, and the crackers are easy to digest, but boring.
Yeah, like maybe some chorizo on the cracker.
Put some chorizo and cheese on there, and now we got something going.
What was that phrase again?
The hair of the dog.
Oh.
Walk the dog.
I need to write that down.
You never heard of it?
I've never heard of.
Like if you're drinking beers all night, someone's like, here, have a hair of the dog. It means like have another beer.
But then you put tomato juice in it so it doesn't seem like you're drinking in the morning.
Who came up with that?
Dude,
like, what's
Shakespeare? Next up, a lot of people rely on coffee to cure a hangover, but can a cup of coffee really speed up the recovery? True or false?
I'm coming down hard on this one. It's false, and Hollywood has done us no favors by making people believe that they can drink all night and then have a pot of coffee and be suddenly sober.
Black coffee.
This is not true.
These are shows from the 80s. I'm saying false.
I'm going to say true. If it doesn't help you, then it livens you up a little bit.
All right. The caffeine.
It doesn't make you more sober, that's for sure.
All right, let's check it out. False. This one might actually make you vomit. Caffeine can make you feel more alert, like you said, but the acidity might make you nauseous and doesn't make you process the alcohol any faster. I think you just need to drink water. Water's the one you drink on that.
So let me guess. Oh, wait, you got one more? Okay.
We got one more? Okay, this last one. Can physical exercise get rid of your hangover? True or false?
True.
True.
There is a trick to this one.
Sweating it out, I think.
You got to do it early before your brain realizes that you're working out.
Are you with it?
What she said, yeah.
True, this one is all mental, although you probably won't want to get up and move. Exercising helps release endorphins in your brain, which are feel-good hormones, putting you in a better mood.
See, that's when you walk the dog.
Brandon had Pedialyte for his hangover cure.
This morning?
This morning.
The other day.
Are you confessing? Did you go out on St. Patty's Day?
Absolutely.
So Pedialyte's your trick.
Pedialyte is great.
Pedialyte while you walk the dog.
Well, while you walk.
We'll be right back.
It's only a matter of
Avengers Endgame trailer has arrived. You won't believe how much EA might have paid Ninja. The Dark Knight is returning to theaters. And can you believe it's almost been 40 years since the movie Alien? That's all next in The Jump Off. I'm Abby, and welcome to The Jump Off. I'm here to bring you all the latest news in gaming, tech, and nerd culture, so let's get started right now. The Avengers have assembled in the highly anticipated trailer for Avengers Endgame. The movie picks up where we left off in last year's Infinity War, where villain Thanos eliminated half of the heroes. And I was watching the trailer waiting to see Captain Marvel, and there she is, right at the end. I can't wait. EA reportedly paid a popular gaming streamer, Ninja, $1 million to promote their new game, Apex Legends. Crazy, right? That's according to a report from Reuters that says he was paid to promote the game in the first hours of its launch last month. Just so you know, Apex Legends is a free-to-play game, a lot like Fortnite, which Ninja's actually known for. EA says they had streamers from all over the world playing the game so people would see it and generate maximum hype. Happy birthday, Batman! To celebrate his 80th birthday, Warner Brothers is bringing the Dark Knight trilogy back to theaters, but only in 5 cities for single-night screenings. Those cities are Los Angeles, New York, San Francisco, Toronto, and Indianapolis. Tickets are already on sale! Can you believe it's been almost 40 years since the Alien franchise began? In its honor, you'll be able to watch 6 short films online, all made by a new generation of filmmakers. The 6 were picked from over 550 submissions, and they'll be released weekly starting March 29th. That's it for the Jump Off. As always, I'll be here every week with your latest in gaming, tech, and nerd culture news. We'll see you next time.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. Earlier today, I got Al Jackson's take on some of the funniest viral videos around. Here's Al Sounds Off. Our first viral video is a real fundraising campaign, okay? To get the life story of KFC founder Colonel Sanders told on ice. Makes perfect sense.
All right.
Introducing Colonel on Ice, the story of how Harlan Sanders went from a 6th grade dropout to the inventor of a fried chicken empire. Colonel on Ice will tell the real life story through the art of figure skating. Donate now.
Wow.
Hey, at least that's not creepy. Jeff, you know, at least now we know what happens if people finish 4th in the Olympics. You know, but it's good. You know, I'm on a budget, so I feel bad because I convinced my kids that this was actually Disney on Ice. $10, much cheaper ticket. And Jeff,
better food too.
That's right. And I'll tell you this, Jeff. They try to do the right thing here, but the only thing I want on ice is iced tea and vodka. Let's go to the next.
There you go, buddy. Our next video is from a beautiful lakeside wedding, and everything is perfect until the wedding rings go for a swim. Enjoy.
Oh my!
Oh, that's not good.
Jeff, did that happen at your wedding?
No,
yeah.
Luckily not.
That tux better come with a snorkel. You know, and the thing is, I don't know if you saw off camera, the swan ate it. They had to wait 50 minutes and they got it back.
It goes through that fast.
There we go. Yeah. It's a whole digestive system.
Hey, at least they got it back.
And you know, a $10,000 ring is bait. That's only something Kanye West would do. So he's in good company.
I like it.
Well done,
I like
sir.
It. All right, our final viral video is of a guy going the wrong way. This classic story down an elevator, but don't worry, he's got an idea. Check it out.
Go, go, go! Run, run!
All right, Jeff, looking good.
So far, so good, right?
And yes, and cool. Wow. Yes. Like Drake said, started from the bottom, now we're concussed. I think this guy was in a hurry for a lot of things, but it definitely wasn't college. But this is like a new pitch from my favorite show, Stupid Ninja Warrior. So,
I like it. I like it. There you go, everybody. Well done, Al Jackson right there. That's Al Sounds Off. Way to go, Al. Well, we got another story to get to. It's an all-out prank war between actor John Stamos and the Jonas Brothers. We got some cute people coming in hot, right? Right, Steph?
That's right. For almost 2 months now, they've been pranking each other, and it all started last month when Stamos wore a Jonas Brothers t-shirt. Then Nick stepped out in this sweatshirt. So Stamos posted this photo with Nick on his pillow. Then Nick shared a photo of his new blanket, looking very cute. And now Stamos posted a photo of him supposedly getting a tattoo of Nick's face. So what do you think, DLB Nation? What possibly could be next?
I don't know. Steph, what would you take? One John Stamos or all 3 Jonas Brothers?
Jonas Brothers? Are you kidding me?
Stamos all day for me.
Stamos is her dad's age.
So am I.
I changed my mind.
Thanks, Steph. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to DBL. A comedian and star of a self-titled sitcom, George Lopez, has been entertaining audiences for years. Well, now he is a judge on World's Most Amazing Dog, a game show streaming right now on Facebook Watch. Earlier, I sat down with George Lopez for today's Chatting with the Stars. George Lopez, welcome to DBL. You are currently traveling with your stand-up special, The Wall, which tackles some of the most important social issues that face our country. Why do you think it's important for our country to take a comedic look at these controversial issues?
Sometimes the best messages are delivered with humor, and at a time where there's so many people who are disenfranchised, the one thing that we share when we don't even share the same beliefs is that we all have the ability to laugh.
Amen.
So.
Amen. And I have to acknowledge the elephant, or should I say the dog in the room. I hear her name is Mama, Little Mama. Is that Little Mama on your pillow there, George?
Yeah, this is my rescue Mama. I've had Mama about 5 years.
Yay! Good for you, George. Oh, little
She's
Mama.
great.
Look at her, so resilient. Let's talk about the world's most amazing dog. It's giving pups from across the world a chance to compete paw to paw and fetch, am I right about this, $100,000? So please tell us about the competition and how we can sign up our furry friends for the show.
Yeah, $100,000 grand prize. Go to Facebook Watch and click on World's Most Amazing Dog. It's easy to upload the video, and we're still accepting submissions. It's very entertaining to see a lot of the videos of the dogs, and it's going to be very difficult for myself and Lisa Vanderpump, who's the other judge, to make a decision.
Oh, I can't wait. So 2 questions then. So one, I want to know what you're looking for when you're scoring, but you also mentioned Lisa Vanderpump, who I know very well. She's a dear friend. I love her, and I love that she's a big advocate for animals, as you are. What was it like working with Lisa?
Yeah, well, you know, Lisa, there's nobody like her. And her and I have been great fodder for each other. But, you know, Sam, when you see incredible things and amazing things, it's beyond what anybody really imagines that a dog is able to do. But the one thing that is constant amongst all of the videos submitted from across 36 countries is that the camaraderie between the owner and the dog.
Oh, I can't wait, and I believe it. I mean, I have a rescue dog from Compton. Her name is Baby. But George, before we go, I gotta ask you, does Little Mama have any tricks?
I think maybe protecting her food from all the other dogs is something that she's very good at. Yeah.
George Lopez, thank you so much for joining us. I adore you, and I cannot wait to watch the show. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Sam. Very kind. Thank you.
Coming up on DB.
Welcome back to DBL. We want to give a big shout out to a 7-year-old from Las Vegas who wowed fans at Celine Dion's show. You got to check this out.
1,000 dreams.
That was amazing. But to do that right in front of Celine Dion.
That's when you have to do it, when you're about 7, because then the world tells you who they think that you should be, and then you start believing it, and then you don't have all the confidence to do things like that. Don't listen to people when they tell you who you are. They don't know you like that.
She said it all. We'll be back same time, same place tomorrow, everybody. Have a happy Monday.